that isn't eternal. In other words, what's the nature of this thing? If I overcome my temptation, good. If not, I should study Torah. What does that mean? He has a novel interpretation of what studying Torah means. Quite the opposite of what you think it would mean. Let's say you already put on your mind that this desire, let's say it's a car, I think I need a BMW. I say, but you know what, I can't take it into the grave with me. But I still, I contemplated, I'm going to, after 120 years, what will it do for me? But I still want it. So what do I do next? Near it looks a little bit like this is a real thing, a real need, a valid need that I need to have this BMW. You have to make a second level of clarification. That's I have to study Torah. Because Torah is an antidote. It's a advice about how to save yourself from desire. Even the Gemara says in the Dharma that at the time that the Yetzer Hara is empowered, nope, that the Yetzer Tov isn't even around. You can't mention, oh, it's wrong. Let's say it's not just the BMW. It's where I'm. I have to use the shul's money to get the BMW. I'm not stealing it, but I'm going to ask for a raise. I really think the shul should buy the rabbi BMW. I'm already raising support for it. Starting So then, so when I really want to have that thing, I can't think, well, but what about all those people that are hungry? I'm thinking about the BMW. This is a way to get around. This is a car. This is a way these are wheels. I could do so much better in the world with the BMW. You know what a force I'd be with the BMW? You know where I could go, it's unlimited what I could do. So I'm all, thinking about how this BMW will really help you. It's not going to help me, it's going to help you. So then I have to study Torah. What does Torah mean? The Torah tells me that what I think is forbidden also exists in a permitted way. We'll study it. And again, I'm just giving you silly examples. The BMW, the spa. It could be something else. I mean, it could be, it could be real. It could be not. Don't get stuck in them. Is what I'm saying. If you don't relate to that example, pick your own.
But does it mean with the story that, like, if you want a bacon and cheese sandwich,
that's what it means.
And
yes.
Tell you can have a beef and
exactly. But what that means, it's even more. You're allowed to even eat the udder of a cow. Udder of a cow is where milk and meat are really together. The udder of a cow. Yeah, where you milk the cow from. So that's what the Gemara. So what does it mean, Torah? That's true. Yeah. What if somebody has sunken into a certain desire and they can't get out of it? So you can't remind the person it's forbidden. It's not going to help them. They want to do it. The problem is when somebody has a desire to do something wrong, they want to eat some sandwich that they really want. They want to have this desire, this pleasure. For them to have that voice that says, it's wrong. Once they get past a certain threshold of wanting to do it, it's very hard for them to stop themselves. So what comes in? The best advice to know is that you could find this thing that they really want, this pleasure that they really want, in Torah. But it'll be holy, it'll be permitted. A commotion is baral pi hayam ravayanos, moshkas sham kira, shashem isbrach yachol hapach satzur lagamayim, v'chol hamishlamayim emayim. U'matzerch likud v'hapach, kirag v'us Hashem. Okay. So let me explain this. What this means. Okay. Here's an example. Let's say there's this woman. or this man. Let's say it's a man, because more women here than men today. Let's say this man, and you meet him, and you're single, and he's single, and he is the nicest, most educated, most sophisticated, sensitive, all of the great things. Such a wonderful person. He's not Jewish, but he's got everything you want in a man. And you're like falling in love with this guy like quicker than you could imagine. And you're like, shoot, I can't believe this guy's not Jewish. And he's not converting that quickly because he's, whatever, he's not just going to convert. And you don't know what to do because you never found anybody like this guy. There's just nobody like this guy. And you start getting either like you want to marry him, you don't know, you're going to leave the community, you're going to, you don't know what to do. And then somebody tells you, you know this guy's brother? His brother is more brilliant than he is, nicer than he is. You have to meet his brother. His brother is Orthodox Jew, he converted. And he's looking for, And it turns out that everything you liked in him, his brother has even more. Or the opposite. You find, this beautiful woman, a man, everything you want. She's not Jewish, and you think, why don't they make a Jewish girl like this? And she's not. And then you say, her sister, she has a twin. She converted. Okay. So now I don't have to go and marry a non-Jewish man or non-Jewish woman. Or even more, a person who's not Jewish can convert even. I'm just saying these are all analogies of something where at that time I see it like something I want that I can't have. But then the Torah is saying, no, you may not be able to have it exactly the time you want it, but you really can have it. Just to be different. Same thing like the analogy of the cheeseburger. There is this restaurant that you can. I've had cheeseburgers. They weren't really real cheeseburgers, so I don't really know what I'm missing. But I've had these vegan cheeseburgers. Right? So it's the same thing. So Torah is teaching you how to have the possibility of that desire without it being a breaking of a boundary. There's a very important lesson here. It's not just that, like it says you're not allowed to marry your sister-in-law, except the Yavama is allowed. A levirate marriage, when your brother dies childless, you marry your sister-in-law. Right? There's a lot of examples of things that are forbidden, but there's a way of it being permitted. What's the lesson in that? The lesson is that the things that are forbidden are not really bad. They're good. We teach people not to do this, not to do that. The Meshulot is saying, don't teach them that to do this is bad. Teach them that there's something that's even better. What they're doing is good, but it's wrong. Better, they should do something that's even better, the source of it. And that's what Torah is about. Torah is finding the source of something. It's recognizing that you can't always have what you want on the outside, but on the inside you can. The inner level you can have, it's attaining inner happiness versus outer happiness. Because the Torah finds a way to permit it in its source. And then that's Torah. If that doesn't work, then you read the Kriya Shema, and that helps you clarify, because Kriya Shema, he explains what Kriya Shema is, and then he explains what thinking about death is.
So studying Torah is really not per se. It's a way of...
It's studying Torah as an example of learning about how it's permitted in the source. And I want to tell you another thing about the difference between Torah and Shulchan Aruch. You can't read the Shulchan Aruch and think that this is what it is to be